everybody. So today we're going to draw a cat and in our kids art video here. And what you're going to need are a couple of things just to get started. One is some watercolor paper. This one is 9 inches by 12 inches, or you could use a regular 8.5 by 11 piece of paper or watercolor paper in that size. Watercolor paper is like this, and it's a little bit thicker and it absorbs the water that we're going to be using. You're going to need some watercolors like these. Crayola is good, that works, and some Crayola crayons, and you're only going to need 1 or 2. I'm going to use a blue one. You can use a black one or any color that's a little bit on the darker side. So I'm going to take a sheet of paper out of my book here right now, and then we're going to get started, and we're going to draw this cat first off, and then we're going to paint it in, and we're going to be using watercolor to do that. So let's begin. You're going to also probably need some Bounty paper towel or any paper towel you may have, or just a towel to blot your paintbrush. And the first thing we're going to do is activate our paints. And to do that, we're going to take our water here and we're going to add some water into each one of these little palettes. And that's how we're going to start to activate our paints. And by activate, I mean that it starts to, how should I say, just moisten the palette so that you can use the paints more quickly, and they'll be ready for that along the way. I just put a few drops into each color, and that helps bring the colors to wetness and ready to be used. And if you know already which colors you're going to use, then just activate those. You don't have to use your whole gamut of colors, just the ones that you need. And I don't know yet which ones I'm going to use, so I'm just putting paint, water into each one of these, and that way it gets it ready and gets it started. And that way we're ready to draw and paint. And the first thing we're going to do is draw out the cat once we've got all our paints, our watercolor paints activated. And there we go. We're going to just set this aside, and we're going to take our Crayola pencil, and we're going to start to draw out our cat. And to do that, we're going to start off with a head of a cat, and we're going to do that by drawing the head first, and we're going to put the ears on first, like so. And we're going to leave a little space for the head. And we're going to put a tail in to this cat as well, so that it looks, that way it looks like it's got a body and a tail. And we're going to put a little collar, and we're going to put a little body. And we're going to do this really quickly. That way we don't waste time. And we're going to put the paws in like this. And those are the front paws. We don't have to see the back paws because, it's part of the body here. And we're going to put a tail in like this with the Crayola pencil. And that way we have a little body and a big head. And we're going to put the face in now. So we're going to draw some big old eyes, because we like to make them look big. And we want the eyes to be really gigantic so that the cat's staring at us. And we're going to put a nose, a fun nose like this, and a little lip. And we're going to put in the inner ear, because cats have inner ears. And we're going to put some whiskers on this cat, like this, on the top and on the side as well. And if you want, you can put some cheeks in, but you don't have to. And we're going to put a little tongue on this cat. That way he's looking at us in a funny way. And the last thing we're going to do to embellish this little illustration, we're going to add either a little heart or something cute on the top that you want to add. I'm going to put a little heart. You can put a star if you want to, but that's what we're going to do for that. And then we're going to start to paint. And what should we paint first? I like to get it over with and start with the face. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my paintbrush and add some paint on the tongue. And I know I want to make my tongue red, so I'm going to add some red. Sorry about that noise. It's a bit loud out there today. But we're going to put a pink tongue. And we're going to make sure that we add some red paint there. And then we're going to move on. And we're going to move on to the eyes. And for the eyes, I think I'm going to put some blue. So I'm going to go for my blue paint. And I'm going to make the cat have blue eyes. Now most cats have not red, but have green or, you know, yellow eyes, and it makes them look kind of mysterious. But this cat, some of them have blue eyes, like Siamese cats. This cat is going to have blue eyes. And then for the nose, we're going to use some of the orange, and we're going to put in an orange nose, like so. And we're just going to put in some paint, and the Crayola crayon holds the paint in within the confines of the circle or whatever line you drew, because it's good to keep the wax kind of holds the water in. So next we're going to do the collar on the cat, and I'm not sure what color to use for that. Maybe the purple, just to make it look a little bit, you know, different. And make sure that the cat's collar has like a little purple collar. I'm going to put a little more paint, make it look nice and wet, and it'll dry up eventually. And I also have the ears of the cat, which I have to do. And I'm going to do that in an orange as well. And I'm going to do the other ear because he has 2 ears. And it's okay if you're not perfect and you don't get your paint within the lines completely. And the heart, of course, I think I'm going to make mine in red. If you have other colors that you want to use, like maybe yellow or something else, you can use it as well. But my heart's going to be in red. I'm going to keep it kind of classic and traditional there. So now we have a cat with a face and everything else. And I think I'm going to begin with the body of the cat. And the body of the cat, I'm going to put some brown in. So I'm going to paint in the body of the cat with some brown paint. And I'm going to go rather quickly, but I'm going to take my time when I get to the edges, because I don't want it to go overboard. And I'm going to try and stay within the lines to make the cat look really nice. And I'm going to go over here and do the rest. And I'm going to take my time and do this and make it look really nice. You can be a perfectionist, it's okay. You just draw like nicely, and then you try and make things look very nice, and you know, you can be a perfectionist when you want to. I'm going to add more water into my paint because it's getting dry. I'm going to do the tail. You know, cats like to swish their tail sometimes because they talk with their tails and their ears and their whiskers, and they look kind of mysterious, and sometimes they look kind of scary, but most cats are very nice and gentle. They just go about their own business, you know? That's what's fun about cats, and they like to rub up against you because that's their way of saying hello. Now, this cat is going to be all in brown. You can make your cat in yellow and brown if you like, or you can make a black cat. It's up to you. I'm going to add a little more water, and then I'm going to go onto the face. And for the face, I'm going to put the brown out evenly, making sure not to go past the eyes. And I'm going to take care to go around this cat's face nicely. And I have a cat. My cat's black. I saved him from, you know, the animal care and control, because it was his last leg. He was on his last leg. In 10 days, they were going to put him down, but I saved him because I really wanted that cat, and I thought he was a very nice cat, and he always has been a very sweet cat. So if you like animals and you want to save one from, you know, the kennels, then you can. That's a nice place to get a nice cat. So there you go. I'm doing the neck now. And I'm going to do the rest of the face. And I'm going to do the lip over here. Now, I said you could put in some cheeks if you wanted to. If you wanted to put in some cheeks, you could make them in pink or red, or even another color like orange or yellow. I didn't put any cheeks in this time. I decided to go regular brown all the way for this cat. Now I'm going to do the top of the nose. Ah, see, I'm not being careful. You have to be very careful around here. And I'm going to do the top of the eyes. I'm going to add more water and do the eyes. You go carefully there, around the eyes and the face. And I'm going to put some more paint to make the ears next. I'm going to use enough paint here to do the ear. I did the other ear already. So now we did the cat's face. And then the next thing that we're going to do is the surrounding of the cat. You can leave it like this in white, or if you want it to look, you know, even more, to stand out even more, you can do a different color. Now I haven't used my yellow and I haven't used my green, so I can either have that option of using yellow or green. I think that for this cat, I'm going to make it in yellow. So I'm going to take some yellow and apply it to the background here. And I've put my bounty paper towel on the edge so that whatever excess paint goes off the edge, that's okay. We don't want that little piece of whatever that is. We want to keep it clean on this painting. So I'm going to use the yellow to go around the edge, and then I'm going to do the inner part here. Add more water to my paint and paint around the cat in yellow. Now I could have used green, but I wanted to use something that I don't normally use. So this yellow was very nice, a nice color. It's a pretty color, and it makes the cat stand out a little bit. So that's what I was going for. Now we're going to do the top part over here. Do any of you have animals? Do any of you have cats? Or do you have dogs? And you like to draw cats? Animals are so nice. They keep us company, and we take care of them, and they take care of us in their way by giving us attention, and we give them love. There we go. Now we're going to do the other side. And we're going to paint that in yellow. I'm going to add some more water to my paint and go around. Add more water. It needs a lot of water to stay, you know, wet, and that way I can use the paint more quickly. And here we go. We're going to go around the edges here and do the inside of the cat, of the surrounding of the cat. And we're going to do the side here. I'm going to move my bounty to do the last part of the cat's surrounding area. And this is a very nice way to paint a cat and make sure that it looks like it pops out. And we're going to do the bottom part right here. And one more little area needs to be perfected. That's the heart. I want to do my heart area. I want it to look nice. There we go. And we should be done now. And there we go. We have a beautiful cat with a heart over here and a beautiful face. And this cat has a little tongue sticking out. And this cat on Kids Art was made by you and me.